chapter in the Star Wars saga for now, until they get their shit together. So I'm not making this a try not to laugh, because I know I'm going to be laughing at some of this stuff, because honestly a lot of it is comical and just downright weird. So let's take a look. There's honest trailers of the Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars, get your shit together.
From Colin Trevorrow, until someone saw the Book of Henry, and the director who's never seen a landing he couldn't not stick, comes the epic conclusion to The Force Awakens. Star Wars Episode 7.5, The Rise of Skywalker.
I got a bad feeling about this.
The Last Jedi asked you to forget everything you knew about Star Wars. So when some fans threw the kind of fit usually reserved for ethics and games journalism, Disney panicked and tried to mash the pieces back together in this hollowed out shell of a trilogy that's missing any consistency in its plot, themes, or characters. Unless you fill in the blanks on Twitter, read all the
I ain't read none of that.
And happen to be running some
I haven't played Fortnite in
during the crossover event.
The day of
a year.
is at hand. The day of
2 years.
revenge. The day of the Sith.
Oh, that's what the dead
like I hated that. I'm like, how are you going to fill in plot holes and shit when you had a whole ass movie that took 3 years to make, and like 2-3 hours long, and you telling me you could not put a line or two, a dialogue or a scene where you can explain what the fuck was going on? That shit just like, and then you do it in Fortnite, which you're basically telling people, hey, let's go get Fortnite so we can see the Star Wars, so you can boost up Fortnite sales and shit like that. Like that was stupid. That was dumb. Like, I understand Fortnite. I'm not trash Fortnite, but that had to be the dumbest partnership right there to have that. Like, come on, man. Y'all got all this time to spend, all this money, and y'all just gonna do it like that? And then, not to mention how the movie has been out in theaters and on DVD and Disney Plus for like 2, 3, 4 months, and then you're going to add little tidbits and like little what you call it, sites where it explains that this is canon, this is not canon. Oh, Rey is this, Rey is that. Oh, the Emperor is a clone. What? Like, dude, what the fuck were y'all thinking? Like, y'all were not thinking at all when y'all was making these past 2 movies. See, The Force Awakens was good. Force Awakens was that coup de grace. It was the best out of all 3 by far. By far. The Force Awakens set it up to where the next 2 was supposed to boom, 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 elevate. And y'all just went pew, pew, to destruction. Like that I couldn't.
Fortnite, just like how Return of the Jedi revealed the second Death Star in Root Beer Tapper. When we left them, the Resistance was down to its last gasp, and the First Order reigned supreme. Now, stuff has happened, and the Resistance is back to fighting strength, while the First Order is taking loans from
That is true. That is true. How you got all this shit? How you say all them capital warships? How? Where was this stuff built? How? Y'all must have been building this before even Force Awakens. Like, it had to been. It had to been. Like, y'all was just shitting yourselves saying we ain't got this much of stuff, and we like, oh, they ain't got that much. They ain't got that little itty bitty army. They got a whole battalion of ships. Plus battalions.
The only character left on the rotting carcass of the original trilogy, Palpatine. Or a clone of him that's like rotting away, and Snoke is also a clone and is being pickled? I don't know. not super clear. The Emperor is enacting the same plan he had last time. Troll a young Jedi into striking him down.
And to tell you the truth, when Emperor was strapped up to that, I was thinking of the Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender when he was attached to it, where they had it back his neck and stuff, and like he could move, but it's like, you know, sort of like what you call it, like a bungee cord type of thing, where anytime he moves or walks, he's, you know, attached to it. I was like, really? Like they could have had my man in his. He could have been in his little floating chair, little floating little throne, and just going about his business. It was hilarious.
Me down, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete. Strike me down, and my spirit will pass into you.
And when that fails, hit him with the old zap hands. But luckily, the same Luke Skywalker who bailed in this whole mess also left a scavenger hunt to stop him, sending our heroes running to find the thingy.
The location of the Wayfinder has been inscribed upon this dagger.
That leads to the other thingy.
The Emperor's Wayfinder is in the Imperial Vault.
That leads to the bad guy.
She's going to Exegol. She's showing us how to get there.
While the First Order keeps sending them running whenever some character growth is about to happen.
There's an incoming destroyer.
Facts.
Ben, we're about to be cooked! We gotta go! They're coming! Come on!
But that's almost typical with some majority of movies. They'll have a point where they figure something out or something happened and they start recollecting. Then boom, gotta go. But I definitely.
A lot about this film, and the biggest issue it has at its core is, oh no, TIE fighters! Everybody scram! All the new characters you still barely know after 3 movies have returned. Like Poe, who I guess was a smuggler at some point.
Your friend's old job was running spice.
Completing his arc from Han Solo type to just Han Solo. Finn, who's still fighting against all odds to keep himself in the movie.
I need to go alone.
We go together. We're all in this.
Gotta go after her.
That was stupid. Like, this is a duel. This is a 1v1 duel. Sir. This is a 1v1. You do not interrupt a 1v1 duel, sir. What are you trying to do? You have no purpose in that scene. Like, that scene, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You wanna die. Like, you've been surviving these past 3 movies, but you really want to die. Like, come on, bro. They're fighting. Leave them alone. You're cutting in, man. See your way out.
Maz Kanata, who snatched a medal out of Leia's cold dead hands just to please some 40-year-old fanboys. These poor schmucks, whose stories must have been cut for time. Kylo Ren, continuing the Skywalker tradition of being a genocidal death cultist who's redeemed by a single act of good. And Rey, who's taken Luke's X-Wing, his lightsaber, his book collection, possibly his childhood home, and his last name.
Rey who? Rey Skywalker.
Huh, was Rey playing the long game? Because I think Luke just got talented Mrs. Ridley. Don't like the newcomers? Don't worry, no one is ever really gone. Rejoin your old pals 3PO, Chewie, Luke, Leia, Han, and Lando, who are so sidelined at this point that one of them is fake memory wiped.
Memory restoration complete.
One of them fake dies.
He's alive.
One of them thinks Last Jedi was for fake fans only.
A Jedi's weapon deserves more respect.
One of them dies from causing the fake death of her son. One of them died 2 movies ago and is so over this franchise, he wouldn't even get a haircut to cameo as a memory. And one of them is alive and well enough to seemingly hit on his own daughter.
Well, let's find out.
Didn't know that's who Janna was supposed to be? It was in the Rise of Skywalker visual companion book, idiot. Should have been reading that in between rounds of Fortnite.
Thank you. Bullshit. Nobody was gonna do that. We wasn't there for that, man. So when we found out, it was like, what else did y'all leave out the movie that y'all just want to place hidden little Easter? I wouldn't even call them Easter eggs. I call them fucked up. What you call it? Advertising. Fucked up advertising, like fucked up promotion, whatever. Y'all were trash. That was trash.
Oh, yourself a Star Wars fan.
Gotta look in a
So
strategy
for a
guide.
conclusion that brings so much new to the franchise, from the new force powers that would have really come in handy for Qui-Gon
True.
Jinn,
Like, how did she learn that?
to hammering it home that all these dead stormtroopers were actually kidnapped children,
Harvest more of a galaxy's young.
to finally seeing the Knights of Ren do absolutely nothing then go out like a bunch of
Yeah,
weak-ass
that was
punks
trash.
and mercifully bring
To be honest, I think the Knights Ran from the last movie would have probably did better than these ones because these ones trash.
new Star Wars cinematic era to a close with a sloppily constructed, hastily executed mess that managed to do the impossible. Unite fans who loved The Last Jedi and fans who hated The Last Jedi by pleasing none of them.
It's on fire! The whole thing's on fire!
Starring
Oh, we're using our made-up names. Then I'm Skywalker.
Hucked Finn, Narco Polo, Gentle Ben,
Use the Force. Me.
the only consistent character across all 9 films, participation trophies,
Don't force so hard. You'll end up just like your brother.
an old man wearing the same outfit he had in his 20s,
Cut off my mane!
the Rocketeer, Rolling James Dio, Tony Sith cloned this in a cave, Bland Moff Tarkin, a Rose by any other name would get to speak. How can I be a mechanic? I have no arms. Darth Sibelius. You know what's cooler than 1 Captain Phasma? 6 Captain Phasmas. And Rey's dramatic reveal phase.
I can't. I can't. I cannot.
Star Wars Episode 9, The Last Star Wars. For a while at least. We really need to think this through. You know, I'm starting to think it's a bad idea for one studio to make every big movie.
I was cybernetically engineered to pilot a spacecraft. You were cybernetically engineered to be a douchebag. What'd you do to it?
What'd you do to the Falcon?
Falcon's in a lot better shape than he is.
BB-8's not on fire.
What's left of him isn't on fire.
On your left. But there are more of us, Poe.
Look at this.
Definitely see the correlation. Definitely see that. Oh, it was like Avengers Assemble. Like, nigga, what? Y'all took that directly from the event? Like, what? What? I cannot. I cannot. That movie was... I believe that movie probably was the worst movie since episode 3. Episode 3. Because episode 3 was trash. Episode 3 was trash. I don't care. Episode 3 is trash. 1 and 2 was good. Episode 3, I'm sorry. That was by far trash. But this one right here, yeah, they should have delayed it indefinitely. They should have scrapped the whole thing. They should have said, you know what? We're not going to do it to y'all. Scrap everything. We're going to do this right. Because I don't know what the hell y'all was doing. Y'all did a Justice League. Y'all did a Justice League. Pretty much. Y'all just packed a bunch of shit together that don't make sense and try to make money off of it. Pretty much. So, y'all already know. That was a definite funny, honest trailer. Yes, facts, 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 all the way. Facts. You already know who it is. It's your boy Made Man Mellow. See my stuff on the right of my screen, of my face, or if you're facing where I'm facing, to the left. See my Twitter, IG, Mixer, all that good stuff. Yes, I do Mixer. I'm mixing right now. And later on today, I will be mixing a game. So thank you again for everybody that's been tuning in, that's been liking, commenting, sharing, clicking, everywhere, searching. Your boys coming up. And I humbly do appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't say it enough. I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe.